Hello, welcome to another video. So then this time I will select some interesting articles like I previously did. Um, Importance of creating kinesis, psychiatry, truths and myths. So seems interesting topic. So these topics are about biological psychiatry and neural correlates of episodic encoding of pictures and words. So it seems quite interesting topic. And as you know, this journal is quite popular, and it's really hard to publish a paper unless your paper is strikingly original. So let's look at the introduction or abstract. So is there introduction part here? So maybe there is no introduction here at all. So it is interesting that after the abstract there is a method part. So it means that they care the method a lot, I guess. I don't know. It's just the way that they want. And the abstract seems quite long. It's definitely more than 250 words. And so the topic of the study research article is neural correlates of the episodic encoding of pictures and words. A striking characteristic of human memory is that pictures are remembered better than words. So that is indeed true, and pictures include more information than the words. We examined, so they also like to researchers to mention themselves by using we. We examined the neural correlates of memory for pictures and words in the context of episodic memory encoding to determine material-specific differences in brain activity patterns. To do this, we used positron emission tomography. So let's skip this part. So each encoding strategy was characterized by a distinctive activity pattern, but these patterns were largely the same for pictures and words. Thus, superior overall memory for pictures may be mediated by more effective and automatic engagement of areas important for visual memory, including medial temporal cortex, while the mechanisms underlying specific encoding strategies appear to operate similarly on pictures and words. That is interesting. So one of the interesting thing is how to measure episodic, so measuring something episodically. So, and I think so I want to learn more about the study. So it's a human study, and it must be quite hard to design such experiment. So it says humans have a remarkable ability to remember pictures. It was shown several decades ago that people can remember more than 2,000 pictures with at least 90% accuracy in recognition tests. So it must be very old reference. Oh, it's good that we can see the reference without needing to check the references part. This excellent memory for pictures consistently exceeds our ability to remember words. In addition, so many manipulations that affect memory performance do so differentially for pictures and words. One such manipulation is the levels of processing effect, which is the advantage for later retrieval of more elaborate or semantic processing of stimuli during encoding. This levels effect is greater for words than for pictures because of superior picture memory even after shallow or non-semantic encoding. One theory of the mechanism underlying superior picture memory is that pictures automatically engage multiple representations and associations with other knowledge that's interesting about the world, thus encouraging a more elaborate encoding than occurs with words. That's interesting. This theory implies that there are qualitative differences between the ways words and pictures are processed during memory. So the method must be interesting. So how many people included in this study? Voxels shown in color are those that best characterize the patterns of activity and results. But it's also important to understand how they measure that they remember pictures better than words. According to the results, pictures were remembered better than words, and both semantic processing and intentional learning resulted in better recognition than non-semantic encoding. In addition, there was a significant interaction of stimulus type and encoding strategy on recognition performance, caused by a larger difference between memory for pictures and words during non-semantic condition. So that's interesting. So I think it will be so boring if I read all the text, so I will just read the discussion part, and you can read the article later. Our ability to remember pictures better than words, particularly in situations that provide less than adequate support for later retrieval, thus appears to be mediated by medial temporal and extrastriate cortices, which have strong interconnections with one another. Interesting. Exactly what benefit this activation of visual memory areas provides to pictures is unclear. So this is the difference, but they don't know how this difference explains we remember pictures better. The theory mentioned above suggests that pictures induce a more elaborate or associative encoding than occurs with words. If one assumes that this process of making associations in a certain context is carried out by medial temporal cortex, then our results will provide support for this hypothesis. Regardless of the specific mechanism, our results indicate which brain regions may be critical for superior picture memory and provide direction for future research on which aspect of pictures is necessary and sufficient for preferential engagement of these memory-related areas. So it seems quite interesting study. So if you read the method part, you can understand how they conduct this study. And thanks for watching this video, and have a beautiful day.